Welcome to Bounce Around Charleston. I'm so excited because standing here with me are two gospel legends, Mr. Donnie and Mr. Fred. Thank you so much for being here in Bounce Around Charleston. Oh, bless you, look at that.
I can't reach over there, but I'll just reach and do
I
that.
feel your heart. I feel your heart. I feel your heart. Thank you guys so much for being here today.
Thank you.
It is indeed an honor and a pleasure just to be standing here with you guys.
All right,
so humble, so humble.
You know, I got jokes.
I know, all day. So, but just tell me, you guys, what's the significance and the importance of gospel music today?
It's to inspire and uplift and to bring a presence of that God still exists, that he's still alive. And it's not to make him as big as our problem, but to exalt him bigger than our problems.
Wow.
And that gives us hope.
More like perspective.
That's right.
Okay. What do you think the significance is?
Well, I think the significance of gospel music is just that, the word gospel, good news. Good news, it brings good news to every hearer, no matter whether they're church going or whether they're agnostic, whatever stance they stand in. It brings hope, it brings help, it encourages, it inspires, and it brings them to the understanding that there's more in life. There's much more in life than the problems that we deal with every day.
Wow.
You know?
And speaking of problems and hope, being here in Charleston, we all have heard about the tragedy that took place at Emmanuel AME Church, the lives that were lost. But through an avenue such as gospel music, like you were saying, that hope can be restored and uplifted. So I just have a question about the song. We all, bouncers, you guys know the song, We Fall Down, but
Yes,
we get up. What inspired that song?
Well, you know, I was sitting in a Dove Awards, well, it's a gospel awards, and I heard somebody singing.
We were both there at the same time.
Were you there that night?
Yeah, I was there.
That's not Whitney.
Bob Carlisle.
Whitney was there, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, come back.
And I'm sorry, we just went someplace. And I heard this guy singing, and the only thing I heard out of all he sang was, "We fall down, but we get up. We fall down, for a saint is just a sinner who fell down and got up." And then my mind just started going, "You can get back up again, And so before I tuned out, and the whole song was finished by then.
Wow.
Just from one line.
Wow. And whether you're a believer or a non-believer, that song goes across all borders.
Yeah, it does. And that's the whole premise of gospel music. It is not just for the religious. Gospel's never been just for the religious. Gospel is for the world. Good news for 7.2 billion people on this earth. Good news for 330 million Americans in this country. It's the good news. It is the only music that can change your life. You know, not just titillate a soul,
right?
But can change your life.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
That's powerful. Now, Mr. Fred, you know I'm going to go to No Weapon.
Listen.
No weapon.
No weapon
formed
against me shall prosper. That is just a promise, you know, and it doesn't, you know, when people say, well, look what happened here, what happened there, it still means that it doesn't mean that weapons won't be formed. It just means in the end it will not prosper. It will not, the damage that is set out to do, which is to kill, steal, and destroy, won't happen.
Wow.
To the believer and to non-believer. You just take that same thing in your heart and just realize that I might have gotten hit, but you know, at the end of the day, I'm going to win.
Wow.
And you in Charleston have a greater understanding of it, because after the calamity that happened at Emmanuel, you had the families of the 9 victims stand up and declare, "We forgive you." That shook the whole world.
Forgiveness.
We forgive you. We forgive you. Although the weapon hurt, it couldn't take away their faith. It couldn't take away their belief in God, and it gave them the ability to extend mercy where it shouldn't have been extended. You all proved that here, and I'm telling you, you touched an entire world. With that horrible calamity came out such a great showing of love, true mercy, and true Christianity. If people really want to know what Christianity is, it's not the tambourine race and it's not the pulpit pounding. It's the people who live this thing day by day, like the families of those 9.
Wow, powerful, powerful. And how would you guys, at any concert, or I won't say performance, or anytime you're ministering, what is it that you want people to ultimately walk away from? I mean, you're being the vessel. You're pouring into these people's lives. You don't know what they're going through. What is it that Donnie wants them to walk away with?
I want them to walk away, well, first of all, I want to tear down the image of this Christianity that's been falsely given. I want them to know that every one of us that are in this world are imperfect people. that are trying to find out the better way of living through God, find out how to get this life together. And I want to let them know that no matter who you are, no matter what walk of life you come from, you are loved, not just by God, but by every one of us that know God. Because if you know God, then you know love, because God is love.
Yeah.
And that's what I want them to know. No condemnation, no guilt, no ridicule, just the love of God.
Beautiful, beautiful.
You know?
Okay. Is there anything that you want your people to walk away with?
He said it all. Honestly,
Pretty much captured it.
we're
right?
pretty much one on this.
Really.
Definitely. Okay, guys. I don't want you guys to leave.
Well, you can come with us.
Can I?
Yeah.
Okay. And the entire Bounce audience, we can come too?
Every one of y'all, listen. We're going to go to Fred's house. I'll give you the address. It's going to be on the screen.
Okay.
His personal telephone number going to be right there on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Just,
Right there.
just watch.
It's a New York number.
Give it.
Thank you guys so much for being here and bouncing
Bless
around
you,
Charleston. Bless you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
There he is with that kissing thing. He's a romantic guy. I mean, I'm telling you.
I'm just a gentleman.
That's a gentleman.
Gentleman.
Yeah.
And cut.